Yvonne, Genevieve over here at Bergstrom Lexus in Appleton. I wanted to make you a quick walk around video of your ES350 so you could have it to reference, and I will follow up with you on Monday and see if you got any more questions. But here we go. So here's your new car, all cleaned up and ready, and it will look just like this tomorrow morning when you arrive. The first thing that I want to talk to you about with the car is it has Smart Key. So this is what the key looks like. If you keep this key in your pocket or in your purse, when you walk up to the car, you can unlock, lock the car, start the car without ever having to take this out. But you do still have the buttons on it to be able to do it like you've done with all the other key fobs you've had. Unlock, one time unlocks the driver door, second time unlocks all the doors, lock just locks everything. Holding down the trunk button pops open the trunk, and holding down the panic button will sound your horn over and over and flash your hazard lights. But without using anything on the key, I'm just going to put the key in my pocket, and I can walk up to the car and put my hand right in the door handle. And as soon as I do that, it just unlocks the car. And then when I close the door, I can hit this little black button right here, and that will lock it. So putting your hand in just like this is unlocking it, and pushing that little black button is locking it. I'm just going to turn the accessories on here quick. Actually, while I'm doing that, to turn the accessories on, if you just wanted to listen to the radio while you were in the car, you can just push this button one time. It turns on power to all of this stuff here in the center console. If I hit it a second time, it turns on power to everything else in the car. And that's kind of how I have it right now, just so I can show you some of the features in the vehicle. So the first thing I'm going to show you, it's got memory seating. And the memory seating is going to keep memory of your seat, your steering wheel, and your side view mirrors for two different drivers. So you adjust the seat with these buttons right here. You adjust your steering wheel with this button right here. And then you can adjust your side view mirrors, pushing it over to the right, moving it around, pushing it over to the left, moving it around. And then when you have everything where you want, you pick which driver you want to be. You hold the set button down, and then you also push the driver button until you hear that beep. So that is your memory seating. Over here, you've got one touch open close for all of your windows, unlock and lock for the whole car. And then this button, if you push in, locks out power to everybody's window except for yours. Over here to the left of the steering wheel, the side view mirror controls, this button that allows you to turn off and on the traction control on the car. And then this is the light intensity for your instrument panel. Down here is your gas tank release, which is on the driver's side. This is another button for the trunk release inside the car. This is just a little storage compartment, emergency brake. I'm going to hop in the car here now. Over here are your headlights. So if I put it in, I don't know if you can see that. If I put it in auto mode, the daytime running lights are going to come on the day, and your normal headlights are going to come on at night. So if you just leave it in auto mode, you're not going to have to mess with anything regarding your headlights. Same kind of deal with your windshield wipers. See how it says auto right here? So if I push all the way up and let go, all the way up just wipes the windshield one time. And then it goes back to this circle, which is off. So if I pull it down one more from here, that's auto mode. And in auto mode, you can speed up and slow down the speed of the windshield wipers with this little toggle right here. On the left side of the steering wheel, you have your radio controls. If I keep hitting mode, it'll turn the radio on and go from AM to FM to CD. This will skip up and down to the next radio station. This is volume controls. This is buttons for your cell phone, to hook your cell phone up to the car. If you just push this button here, it's going to say that there's nothing connected right now.
Menu. Available commands are dial by name, dial by number, redial, callback, phone book, and setup.
So
Cancel.
if you were, after she was talking, if you were to have said setup, then it will just walk you through the process of how to hook your phone up to the car. All you have to do is get to the settings options in your phone and then push this pickup button, and the car will take you through the rest. This is also a voice command button that you can use when you have your phone set up to dial by name, dial by number, and to use your phone to make phone calls. This is your cruise control. You just push on this little button here at the end to turn it on. It lights up in this little circle right up here to let you know the cruise is on. Accelerate to the speed you want to go to and push down, and that has you set. And then if you had to brake, if you push up to resume, it'll take you right back to the speed that you're at. In this center part right here in your center console, this is your climate controls. You have auto mode. You can just hit auto. So you see the temperatures here. Set the temperature to whatever you want, and the fans will increase and decrease on their own when it's in auto mode. If you manually adjust the fan speed on your own here, it kicks off auto because you've kind of told the car what you want it to do. Auto mode has a mind of its own, and it wants to decide how the vents are going to blow and the fan speed. But like I say, if you manually want to change it, you can. with just these buttons right here. And that's turning the whole thing off. Also, this is changing your temperature here for the driver's side. This is changing the temperature for the passenger side. And when the passenger changes its temperature, the dual climate control light turns on. And you can just hit that button right there to turn it off. The bottom controls here are your radio and CD player. You can hit load and stick 6 CDs in, one right after the other. These are programmed radio stations, and you just hop from AM to FM. If you want to sign up for satellite radio, the car is already pre-wired for that. If you had CDs in here or auxiliaries, there's an auxiliary plug inside of the center console here. I don't know if you can see that USB and auxiliaries right in here. So if you had things plugged into that, you would just hit CD first and then auxiliary the second time, and that would go to whatever you have plugged in. And then this is scan for the radio, letting you look for the certain type of music that you want to listen to, or letting you skip up and down to the next disc that you've got in the car. And seek and track is another way to dial in radio stations. You can dial them in using this way, or you can hit these up and down arrows, and they will hop to radio stations on its own. Actually, when it's in FM, it'll do it just like that. And then you can turn the whole thing off and on just with that button right there. Shifter right here, you're going to put the car right here to the right and drive. If you're over here, it's going to let you manually shift through all the gears. And then right here is heated seats, air conditioned seats, and the air conditioned seats are going to blow air conditioned air through the holes in the leather. And then up here, home link system that you can program up to 3 different garage door openers into. I'll actually email you some directions for that. And then these other buttons, slide and close. Slide slides the moonroof all the way open. Close closes it. Tilt pops it up, and down brings it back down. And then these are just interior lights. And this is a sunglass compartment. So that is, oh, and then up in here in the rearview mirror, you have this auto button that's on, and when it's on, it's an electrochromatic dimming mirror. So when somebody drives up behind you, this will dim and your side view mirrors will dim. So that's everything about your car. I will follow up with you Monday. I hope you enjoy it. Talk to you soon.